Hi, I am so excited to continue this video series. What I'm finding is that it's actually really liberating to not have to type away and perfect the words, and I can just show you me. And I was actually encouraged by a complete stranger yesterday. I was at a coffee shop and I was on the phone, and she ended up hearing what I was talking about and some of the words that I said. I was talking about wanting to be a TEDx speaker. I loved Brene Brown, and essentially she heard those keywords and wanted to introduce herself to me. And so we had this conversation, and she basically told me that she started creating these videos on Facebook, and she allowed herself to be completely vulnerable. And because of that, I've decided that yes, I'm ready to be completely vulnerable. And maybe you're feeling some of that same thing. I have a feeling that you are so, if you're very much like me, you want to have that perfect appearance. You want people to think that you can do it all, that you are, kind of this leader that has everything together. And yes, you do. But it's also really exhausting to not let people in on what's really going on. And I find that I procrastinate on things that I know I should be doing. So, I talked about wanting to be a TEDx speaker, writing a book. I haven't done that yet. That's okay. Because, we all have these dreams, and maybe you're kind of feeling the same way. I've got some ideas in my head and I want to do them. I know that they're critical for me being the leader I want to be, to step out and to really show up and, essentially have my voice be heard. But I'm struggling because I'm finding myself so resistant to it. And I thought this would be a really powerful exercise to help you not only unpack why it is that you're resisting, but really dive deeper into what's important to you and really what is that pain that you're trying to heal. So if you work in an organization and you've been familiar with Lean Six Sigma and some of the Kaizen practices, they have a tool called the 5 Whys. And so you may or may not have heard of this. And so I'm kind of using that same concept to unpack a reason why people may not do something. And I thought, what better thing to use as an example than networking? I have sort of come to be this networking leader, unbeknownst to me. I'm all about meaningful connections, and I really do have a heart to connect people in a meaningful way. And I'm finding that the normal networking thing is very transactional. So I really do want to heal this. And I know that the fear of networking is very strong. And so it's my mission to help empower authentic leaders to feel like they can show up and be their best selves and feel supported and included instead of judged and ridiculed. And I do believe that because the industry has been so transactional and it's all about prestige and credibility and where are you at and what can you do for me, I think it's put a very, it's made a bad name for the industry. And that's why I've created the Networking Revolution, because I think there's something to be different. I know that you're a very collaborative, creative person that has amazing big ideas, and you want to be empowered and inspired and authentic, and you want to show up as you. And you don't want to have to be that perfect person. You want to let go, and you want to just be you. And so that's why I am so excited for you to test out my Networking Revolution. I really believe you'll love it. And if you don't, you can leave. It's easy. It's just something to check out. And so I would really highly recommend it. But I want to help you to understand, why are you resistant to something? So I'm going to use networking as an example, and I ended up writing this down. So I'm going to try to stay with you on this video, but I do have my script that I wrote. So just bear with me if I look like I'm reading, because I am. But I wrote, why networking? To build new connections, to build business or job leads, to make new friends, to socialize. Why do you want all of these things from networking? So that I can get to the next big thing in my life. Why do you want the next big thing in your life? Because then I can finally be happy and fulfilled. Why do you want to be happy and fulfilled? So then I can finally be enough. Then I can relax. Why do you want to relax? So then I can just stop doing. Why do you feel like you have to do so much? Because I want people to like me and I want to do what I think will be the right thing. Why do you want people to like you and why do you want to do what you think is the right thing? Because then I will feel like I'm enough. And so maybe you feel similar. Maybe you feel like you have to perform in order to be liked. You have to put on this facade of perfection in order to be liked. And what I can tell you is if you can let go of that mask, if you can really just show up as you and be that imperfect you, just say what you are feeling and be able to be vulnerable, you're going to find that it is so empowering. It is so refreshing. And it can be a little scary. So, what I want to tell you is that that's really what the networking revolution is all about. It's all about empowering you to find your purpose and create your impact in an authentic way. And it is set up to be supportive and collaborative. And it's with people that care about you and they want to see you thrive to be the best version of yourself. And I get so much joy out of seeing that happen. So I would love to invite you to our upcoming Networking Revolution event. We meet every third Monday of the month from 6:15 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. in Northeast Minneapolis at Everyday Office. And I've included a link to register, and I would love to see you. And it would just be great. You will love the community that I've started to build. They make it amazing. And I will say that they are the most generous, kind-hearted people on this planet that I've met. And I'm so excited about what's starting to happen because people are starting to catch on to this revolution. And I would love for you to be part of it as well. I look forward to seeing you. Thanks.